All right, this is Satisfactory. My name is Yazuki. Um, Please forgive my poopy mic. My mic sucks, so I might be a little bit robotic, but please forgive that. Um, so what we're going to do, I've been watching a lot of Satisfactory videos, and I've been seeing some people doing some 100 times space elevator runs. I don't think I've seen a video where they actually completed the game at 100 times, because I've noticed that during the later game, like they would need like 250,000 nuclear pasta for the space elevator, which I think is going to be batshit crazy, and we're gonna try that. I am going to do a 100 times space elevator play. Uh, there is one thing I am going to do because I'm not a complete masochist. I will, from time to time, have no build cost on. These factories are going to be very, very, very big. I have 2,000 hours and change of playtime in Satisfactory since its launch. Uh, the reason why I'm going to have no build custom from time to time is because I do not want 2,000 hours in one playthrough. Um, from time to time, I will give myself a few things. I will give myself a few power shards, a few somersaults, just because with 100 times space elevator parts, the factories are not going to be little. And in order to keep this, that bug just got ran over, a sane playthrough, we're going to have to do that. Um, I will be commentating most of the time, but there will be times I'm not going to. Obviously, I'm not going to be like, oh, we're running up to this tree and chopping down this tree. No. Yeah, so there's going to be some commentary, but again, poopy mic, so please don't mind that. New game. Let's see here. Because we're doing it 100 times, I honestly think either Rock Desert or Dune Desert would be the best. Yeah, we'll go Rocky Desert. Let's see. Demons. Yep. 100 times this is going to be freaking bonkers. Nodes, we're going to keep at default. Purity, mostly pure. I don't want any impure nodes. So we're going to have normals and pures, which is good. Uh, because of the size of the factories, we can't be having we can't have impure nodes. I'm not that much of a masochist. We're going to leave that default. So back we go. Creative mode. Yes, we are going to be using flood. This we'll turn it on for now, but that's not going to be a permanent. Onboarding, yeah. Uh, I do have an unlock all alternate recipes mod um, that I got specifically for this playthrough. Um, I think that having alternate recipes for a 100 times is going to make it easier. Uh, the hard drives that we will be collecting will be for inventory spots. Again, I've got like 2,000 hours in this game. I do not want 2,000 hours in the one save. So that's why I've got a few of these options going on here. Videos will be on the long side. It's not going to be like a half-hour video, because otherwise there would be like thousands of videos. Okay, I'm going to shut up now, and let's play.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the Artificial Directory and Assistant. Welcome to the Fixit Incorporated Save the Day program. A Fixit Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow Fixit guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. Fixit selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. Fixit. Short-term solutions to long-term problems. Initiating planetfall. Atmospheric entry in 3, 2, 1. Beginning aero assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retropropulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni-situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable. Congratulations, you are the 3rd in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha. Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to Fixit procedure and equip the Fixit Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone. Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub. Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Okay, I'm going to show you why I like the Rock Desert as my favorite start location. If I wasn't doing it 100 times, I probably would have gone to like the forest or the green fields. Okay, so let's fly. Your oil right up there. You have Caterium right there. Um, you have coal right there. And you have nuclear right there. You have everything you need. There's nitrogen like right over there. So it's a really, really good start location. Um, there aren't any pale benders though. So no dogwood yet. But yeah, so we'll make the initial starter base here-ish. Yeah, our bauxite's right here. I'll go show you that real quick. See, here's our bauxite. Um, that's going to give ourselves a decent bauxite sort of right there, not right here. That's going to give ourselves a decent amount of aluminum to get us started. Meow. I'm being meowed at, as you can hear. So right there is going to be our coal. Right here is going to be uranium for nuclear. Right over here is going to be our nitrogen. The only thing I don't like, I don't know if you can see, but right here, there is a line, a terrain. You can't build past that line. So unfortunately, don't exactly have a lot of room for water. We are going to be very limited on our water right here because the line, we can't build past that. That's very current death zone right there. It's, right there. And it goes in tight right here, and it goes in tight right there. So we're very close to the death line. All right, so let's see here. 100 tons. I have no idea how big some of these later numbers are going to be. I'm guessing like later game, like we're going to need like 250,000 nuclear pasta or something bonkers AF like that. Let me just check a few settings here. Options, critters. Let's see if critters and locales. Okay, yeah, keep equipment, whatever. Music. Streamer mode, yes. Everything else, chainsaw's way down. Okay,
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. Fix-It does not pay by the kilometer. Samples of unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Preserve the remains for later. Interrupting previous message for higher priority message. Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful Fix-It pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 1.
Why do we mess with that? Okay, Matt, come on, load up. All right, come on, Matt, load. Load, Matt, load. Where are they? They're right around here somewhere? Where are they? Where's that cave? I know that cave's right around here somewhere. No, we're going in there. We don't want to go in there. Where's the doggo cave? Doggo cave. It's right around here somewhere. I know it is. Not that we need to Blade Runners because we're going to be flying most of the time, but I still want some. These are doggo cave. We are right here. There's the slug. Okay, there's the slug. Is there doggo cave? Okay. lizard doggo nest. I normally don't come in here flying, so I was confused with it. Okay, the mushrooms. Look for the mushrooms. Get the bacon.
Potential edible collected. Reminder that look and smell alone do not provide sufficient data to determine exact risk of consumption. Just because it looks like you can eat it does not mean it won't eat you. Store this potential resource for later use.
There's the doggo nest. Yes. We go. There's a little bit of parkour involved normally. And
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way into both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Store it for later use. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted called Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
there's the helmet. But like I said, I don't want to fly. There's the doggo nest. But they should be like right around here. Alright, yeah, we'll come back to that later. Yeah, that's not there normally. Why is that there? Is it because it's 100 times? Question mark? Ah, wait. Yeah, I must be insane. Okay, never mind. There's not normally spicy rocks there. I don't think I've ever seen spicy broccoli either. I've never done a 100 times playthrough. Yeah, that I think is different. Normally the Blade Runners are like right there. Okay, but never mind. No, it's already been half an hour. I'm not going to waste any more time with that.
Hub Upgrade 1, Storage and Frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the Fix-It mission. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 2.
Because when was there an obelisk in that cave? I've been in that cave a bunch of times. There's... It's got to be different because it's 100 times. Like, just, you go to the mushrooms, you build up a small, like, stack of normal storage bins, and there are the Blade Runners. I've never seen spicy broccoli there before. Unless I'm just being odd. I don't know. That's, feel free to say something in the comments. I don't know. Normally the Blade Runners are, like, right there. It must be because this is the first time I've done it 100, so... Could they be different? They're like, oh, you're doing it 100 times. No free Blade Runners for you. How about Boomty Boom instead? I don't know. Might be the case, unless I'm just lost my mind already. Yeah, you go to the mushrooms, you parkour up that little bitty ramp right there, and you go around to the ledge, and they're in that doggo nest right up there. Unless we'll mess with that. I get myself to it. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, okay.
Hub Upgrade 2, Power and Shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with Fix-It technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 3. Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for Fixit to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
Oh, we need some of that. That's right. So the first space elevator phase, instead of 50 smart plating, we're going to need 5,000 smart plating. We get 2 per minute. Oh, it's not going to let me open the thing again. So 2 per minute in the one machine. That's 2,500 minutes for one machine. We're not going to want to do that. Oh, this is going to be friggin' bonkers. We're going to want, like... We're going to want, like, 20 machines making smart plating just for the first phase. Holy hell. That's going to be all of these piers, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. We're going to need this entire biome just for phase 1 of the space elevator. 100 times is, wow, this is going to be crazy. This is going to be really crazy. 100 times, so 5,000. Okay, so even at 10 machines, that's going to be 500 minutes if we do not overclock them. So yeah, in order to keep phase one under 1 hour, we're gonna need 20 machines making smart platers. So that's gonna be, and we're gonna have to do this off of biomass fuel because we won't have coal yet. Ah, this is gonna be friggin' bonkers. This is gonna be bonkers, bonkers. Okay. So that's 20. How many biomass burners are we going to need to fuel 20 assemblers making smart plating? That's not even mentioning, because we're going to need stitched reinforced plates, a lot of them. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to be giving ourselves solid biofuel because, like, I don't foresee it being humanly possible running around with a chainsaw cutting down trees to feed that many biomass burners. Like, this is, yeah, I mean, ugh. Would it even be possible to run around with a chainsaw to feed that many machine, like, biomass burners? I don't think so. Like, I don't, yeah, how is a 100 times playthrough possible without some form of creativity going? I mean, if this was like a multi-person server, then yeah, I could see it. Like, maybe if there were a few people running around cutting down biomass with a chainsaw, but one person, I don't see, like, yeah, yeah, no, I don't particularly see how easy that's going to be. Just 50 assemblers, no, 20 assemblers, okay, that's like, that's late game factory size. You normally have turbo fuel above it. And this is gonna be done off in biomass burners? Ew. Coffee stain. Who hurt you? So, okay, so with T1, so with MK1 belts, Mark 1 belts, um, we're not going to be able to do bolted plates because that's 100 screws per minute. Mark 1 belts only carry 60, so we're not going to be able to do bolted reinforced. We're going to have to use stitched iron plates. Yeah, we're going to have to use the stitched reinforced iron plates because we can't use the coating because we don't have plastic yet. Belts don't carry enough screws to do the bolted reinforced plates, so it's going to have to be stitched. Okay, this is a lot more. This is going to be a lot more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Nice.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, Fixit's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy. We understand that Fixit pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
Oh, we are so gonna have to sleep every single freaking machine. Mercer Sphere. There's one right here. To grab you, because I don't. We're
The
gonna have to.
astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to put some of those in the machines. Um, 20 assemblers to get phase 1 done in an hour. That's without summer slopes. How many freaking... Let me check. How many bio... Aha. Okay. Oh, we don't have it unlocked yet. I can't look. Okay. How many biomass burners is that going to be? Kitty. Colorful. Strict. Okay. Primary color. Black. Secondary color. And overall color. Black. Okay. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Can you? I don't know if you can somersault. No, you can't somersault the biomass printers. You can overclock them though, but yeah, I don't know if that's going to be possible to run around with a chainsaw and one person keep up with all those biomass printers. Yeah, we're gonna have to machine numbers down. I mean, if this is a multiplayer server, like, if we got like 5 or 6 people, that would be possible, but I'm not seeing one person able to keep up with that many biomass burners. We're not even gonna have coal. Oh, this is gonna be nuts. I'm looking forward to this.
Hub Upgrade 4, Landing Platform and Utilities, completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. Fixit has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
Ding 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 ding. I'm a handcrafting a bunch of shit. So many doors.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because Fixit pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 6. This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Store this potential resource for later use.
Your skin.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Preserve the remains for later study. Hub Upgrade 6, Landing Platform Hydraulics, completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a Fix-It pioneer. Fix-It looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with Fix-It is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so Fix-It recommends getting to work. Milestone reached. Several new structures are now available for improving factory organization. Foundations provide a building grid, which makes it easier to manage placement of any structure. In the event that you are experiencing amnesia for all events prior to planetfall, be reassured that memories of beloved humans and/or animals would have only been distractions from your important mission.
This bleeding temple. The effigy has no song, only echoes, but it is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention. Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Why does it avoid the Windows? Because it likes Linux a lot more. $5,000. Okay. From 50. That's going to take a hell of a setup to get done in a reasonable amount of time. That's going to be bonkers. Okay. Sparkling berry, caffeine-free, carbonated. It is pretty good stuff.
Project assembly initialized. Congratulations, Pioneer. The space elevator will now automatically connect with the Project Assembly orbital platform. Project assembly is divided into phases, each of which require the delivery of project parts, such as smart plating, via the space elevator. Subsequent phases unlock access to new tiers with more advanced technologies to construct, automate, explore and exploit. It is time to be honest. This project is part of the Save the Day program, the largest united undertaking in human history, destined to save us all. Earth is in peril and only Fix-It pioneers offer hope for survival. Fix-It is counting on you. Humanity is counting on you. Do not let Fix-It down. Milestone reached. Conveyor belts can now merge, split, and lift to save space and enhance the productivity of your factory. Fixit encourages you to consider investing in verticality when it comes to factory logistics. If you feel stressed by this complexity, imagine yourself on the shore of a vast and calm ocean. Breathe in. Visualize all the people relying on you. The sea is made of billions of faces, each staring at you with hope and tears in their eyes. Breathe out. Feel refreshed and focused on your duties.
We get obstacle clearing here. We get our chainsaw. We can go on a horticultural genocide out the red forest, which is right up there. We'll fill our inventory with logs and leaves, and we'll set up a little production area for solid biofuel. Now, I don't think one little setup is going to cut it, because we're going to have so many biomass burners to support 20 assemblers. Those things chug power. If we got 10 right now, that will cover maybe the construction of the stick plates. I don't know how that's going to go. We're going to need a hell of a lot of freaking biomass burners. As I mentioned earlier, I don't know if one little person in a chainsaw is going to be able to keep up with all those biomass burners. I don't think so, to be honest with you. I honestly think I'm going to have to give myself some solid biomass. And that also depends, though. These are only 60 items per minute on this belt. So these are going to take 10 per minute. Currently, this setup is going to require 100. That is more than the belts can carry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh, if only this was Factorio and I could just Control C that. Okay, so there's one setup right there. So we're going to have bin, constructor, wooden leaves, merged into another constructor, busheth, swisheth, for you older players who used to play with Shakespearean language, you know exactly what I'm talking about, into the biomass. We're going to have another busheth, swisheth, right here, biomass. This first floor is going to be pretty much all biomass burners. We're going to need to go up again before we even think about like basic stuff.
Milestone reached. Solid biofuel, created from any biomass, ensures maximum efficiency of biomass burners. To aid in biofuel production, the chainsaw allows for the removal of tougher wood and coral foliage. Additionally, your pocket dimension has been inflated to increase inventory size. Inspirational note: will you be the Fix-It Employee of the Month?
No,
You could be
probably
if you
not.
construct, automate, explore, and exploit by eliminating all obstacles to efficiency. This isn't just fun, it's contractually mandated, fun.
I'm going to be the baldest Fix-It employee after this. I mean, even though we're basically creative mode, like, it's 5,000 plates just for phase 1. Oh, what is it? Normally 500. That's gonna be 50,000 plates for Phase 2? Something like that? Yeah, we're gonna need a really, really, really big factory. I mean, we need a big factory just for Phase 1. Like, what about, like, the later phases? Like, I mean, we're gonna need, like, what? Like I said earlier, we're gonna need, like, what? 250,000 nuclear pasta for some of the later phases? We're gonna need... What is it? Like, by default, it's like a 500 thermal propulsion units, so that's gonna be 50,000 of those damn things? Like, how many supercomputers are we going to need for this? This is going to be fucking bonkers at a later stage. We're going to need, like, the entire map just for one component. Like, we're going to have to, like, choo-choo in, like, literally every single node just to cover, like, one piece. How is that going to work? Like, we're going to need, like, heavy modular frames by vanilla could take up an entire biome. We're gonna have to, like, build that in spades. I don't know how this is gonna work. Like, 100 times? Like I don't know how this is gonna work. But we're gonna have to see how this works. I've done a 5 times run before, and that was tricky enough by myself. So let's just see how 100 times is gonna do for little old onesie here. Because I'm looking at that 5,000 and I'm like, ooh. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you've ever were masochistic enough to try a 100 times on your own. And how did that work out for you? Like, someone in my Discord earlier was like, oh, you're going to do a 100 times playthrough? You should jack up the recipe requirements too. I'm like, like, if you seriously think about that, like, if you put the space elevator parts up to 100 times, and then you put the recipe requirements up to, like, 100 times, you're, in theory, like, I don't know the math of this, but, like, in theory, you could be looking at, like, a 3,200 times playthrough, like, if you did that. Like, imagine, like, an iron plate costing 300 ingots. That's just, I mean, if somebody did that, like, I don't know, like, who hurt you? Like, that's the only thing I would be able to say. Like, yeah, who hurt you? I mean, I'm doing this like semi creative. Like I got flight on, I got no build costs. Like I can't like doing this like super vanilla. Like that would be painful. I honestly don't know how long would that take one person to do? We're about to find out. We need semi creative. We're about to find out. So. And we're what? Almost 2.5 hours into this one video, and we've got a couple of miners now. All right, girl. I'm about to install the new droid. Horticultural genocide away. I could clear out all these trees, but these guys don't have that much wood. Cool. Yes, we're gonna have to get like all these parts and stuff like that here soon, like really soon. Because we're gonna need to unlock all of the ticket stuff. Like, I mean, unless you're a fan of a platform on stilts, I know we're doing it 100 times, and the object of this playthrough is the 100 times, not a pretty phase, but I want some form of aesthetics. Spicy broccoli! Who is it that said spicy broccoli for that stuff first? I think it was Blitz? Yeah, I think he's the one who started calling uranium a spicy broccoli. Now that's somebody I'd like to see do it like I was playing with. We're definitely going to have to fly over to the desert here in a bit. Gather all the sluggerinos. That desert has so many slugs in it. Like, there's this one tree that has like, what, 12 blue slugs in it or something like that. And then there's the little oasis pondy thing right by the Desert Stardy area there. It has like 1,000,000 blue slugs in it, so I'll have to go over there and get those. But priority one is going to be horticultural genocide. I am seeing different things on the ground here. Are there normally this many? Like, I don't think so. I definitely think there's, like, more things. Like, back in the Doggo Cave, like, where were the Blade Runners? Like, they were right there. They're supposed to be right there. I knew they were right there. But they weren't right there. There were stink plants and spicy broccoli. Like, yeah, are there normally this many stink plants here? No. There's, like, not this many. Is it because it's 100 times?
The fruit of this fungus-like flora does not seem to show much potential for use. However, its mycelial network is worth further investigation. Store this potential resource for later use.
Okay, we go into the Doggo Cave. There's the yellow slug. There's the blue mushrooms. Yeah, okay, you parkour up over here. Okay, fine. Go to the initial Doggo dip. Yeah. Those aren't normally there, are they? No. You parkour up here. Okay. Or you take the easy way, you bring the materials for the storage bins, Yeah, okay, uh-huh. And they should be right here. Why is all the broccoli here? One second, let me pause this real quick. Yeah, okay, so that's the cave we're in. Uh-huh. We go in. Yeah, there's the yellow slug within it. Yep, there's the blue mushrooms right there. Yep, yep. Blue mushrooms, yep. You parkour up there. Yep. And we're right up there. There's the yellow fungi. Yeah, yeah, okay. Uh-huh, we're going. Yeah, yeah. Going to the back. There's the mushrooms. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. There's the first lizard dog. That's where you're supposed to parkour up. Yep, 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 yep. Go around, come over. Uh-huh. Go up a little bit more. And they're supposed to be right here. There's not supposed to be a bunch of spicy broccoli there. I think this is because it's on 100 times. I think because it's 100 times, you do not get the free equipment. Not high. Or I wish I could this. But yeah, no. I don't think you get those on 100 times. I'm gonna grab the slug there. Oh, but I got no space. Never mind. Yeah, I don't think you get the free stuff 100 times. I'm not seeing it in any lizard doggo nest. Oh, I'll see if we can find a way out of here. No. Yeah, I think because in the 5 times I did, they were there, and they were there in the 10 times I did as well. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being blind and not seeing. This is my first 100 times, and they're not there. I think maybe because you're doing it 100 times, Coffee Stain is like, haha, you think you're good. Well, no free shit for you. Haha. That could be the case. I don't know. Alright, alright, this video is almost 3 hours long. I'm gonna say, if you're still watching, thanks for watching. We've got very basic setup going on, for our 100 times. I'm going to call it creative playthrough, semi-creative playthrough. Yeah, this is gonna be bonkers later. Like, I mean, we've got 5,000 just for phase one. I can't even imagine what the upper phases are gonna look like. We're gonna need like hundreds of thousands of nuclear pasta. We're gonna need thousands upon thousands of propulsion units. We're gonna need a quadrillion smart computers. This is gonna be bonkers. These are gonna be some big factories. Anyway, so if you want, like, feel free to subscribe to all that stuff. Again, I am Yasuki, and if you're still watching, thanks for watching. I'm going to call this a video. I'm going to grab some dinner, and probably make another video. So I will see you later.